Husqvarna 540 XP Mark III. Let me show you what it's doing. And I'll preface this with saying, I hate the 540 gas saws. They're horrible. They run great when they run great. Leave it at that. This saw came to me a couple months after the guy bought it. We put a new fuel filter in it. That seemed to clear things up. Came back, I don't know, maybe a month later. Hey, it's acting up again. So here, let's, it's already warmed up, but I am gonna just cold start this. This thing's off. Cold start. What a fine piece of engineering. We might plug this in and see what little bit of use it has. I personally don't like working on these at all because of this. It's been years. Okay, so what have I done first before you guys came along? You know, I didn't try without the air filter, but the air filter doesn't look too terribly bad. I really don't think anything's going to change. And you'll hear the tone of my voices because I work at a tree company and they had a bunch of these 540 of the originals. And, you know, half of them were just possessed. You know, you could throw new parts at it. Nothing really changed. I wasn't as savvy back then. That was, you know, 6 years ago. But these things are a bear to work on if you have to do anything to them. Other people who work on them every day may not say the same thing. Let's see, I've drained the fuel, checked the fuel filter, it's free flowing. I mean, no, that's not an air filter issue. It's starving for gas, so just talking out loud. This is the end of the day. I should have done this, you know, at the beginning of my work day, you know, when I'm fresh as a daisy and all that. You know, the old adage, you know, you should eat your frogs first. I don't know if anybody's heard that, but that's just a way of saying, you know, do the least desirable thing first. And I have to show you, it is an absolute bear. Here, let me get this all blown out before we... What air compressor. All right, this engineering marvel we got right here. So the catch for the throttle cable is on the back side, and we got fuel line hookup, choke linkage, and then all up in here is your auto tune wiring harness. Let me rip this apart so you don't have to suffer watching me struggle. Okay, so now that I've got all this dislodged, but still hooked up, boy, what a mess. So I took the hard plastic. Hopefully you can catch that this has got some memory in that pump diaphragm. This is going to be one of those Hail Mary things. And these are a little bit more rigid than the traditional, you know, Walbro HD. I'll have to triple check. I'm pretty sure this is a good match. I'll do that off screen, but I'm going to throw a pump diaphragm in there and see if that doesn't help, because our issue screams I'm not getting enough fuel. Okay, let's see if that did anything. Okay, choke's on. Ain't life grand? Well, when all else fails, plug your chainsaw into a computer. All right. It's actually got a fair amount of runtime. I'm surprised. The saw's not too terribly old. Screen gets a little grainy on me when I try and do this. So 136 hours of runtime, 1,500 starts. Temp seems to be okay. A lot of idle time. Carburetor settings. Low's 140. Current high is 74. Doesn't seem to be too terribly far out of whack. Sorry about that, guys. I wish there was some way I could better do this. Let's take this to an auto test. I'm sure it's going to tell you that everything is absolutely fine. So let's start this. Hear that? That is the clicking noise of the solenoid, and yes, I can hear that. Okay. Ambient temperature 90. No, not really. Plus or minus 5 or plus or minus 10 degrees. Okay, we'll do that. Yes. Throttle sensor test. We'll put you in the tripod for that. I need both hands. So basically, you just want to make sure that when the throttle is at, okay, I'm going to, yeah, I'll put this right there. Okay, it showed me 100%. Hit continue. Okay, that should do it. Continue. That's new. Have you performed throttle tests according to the instructions? Yeah, I did. If not, have you performed the throttle test according to the instructions? All right, let's go and see if there's any error codes. Nothing new. Let's see if there's some firmware to update, which, you know, no. Couldn't even find any matching firmware. Okay. So, here. Okay, well, there you have it. No error codes. Everything's fine. You know, having the diagnostic software, and granted, this is the older version. We haven't had a Husky rep at work in, like, I don't know, 2 years, 2.5 years. No love for the little tiny customer. So I can't just upgrade to the new power website by myself. I have to have someone hold my hand. Whether that has more diagnostics to it, I seriously doubt it. The M-tronic and auto-tune saws just don't have enough sensors or anything for it to really do anything. Basic, good old-fashioned detective work will get you a lot farther than wasting your time hooking it up. I mean, okay, great. I get to see a few values that I already know that are... Well, you can tell I'm in a peachy ass mood today. Thanks for putting up with me today. I'm going to sleep on this and see if I can come up with anything else. Otherwise, we can just start swapping out parts and just hope for something. I mean, it's just ignorant. We may try a carburetor. I don't know how expensive they are. It seems like a big ask. Sorry, I'm talking out loud. I guess I would really truly need to pressure and vacuum test this saw before I ordered a carb, just to rule out any issue of an air leak. That's all I have for you on this one.